Hey Trail Riders, welcome back to the Daily Ride. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be talking about God's fire in Jesus. Our passage comes to us today from Matthew 21:16, which says, "Have you never read, out of the mouth of babes and nursing infants, you have perfected praise." Our thought for today is that God's fire ignites human passion. Connecting passages for today is Psalm 69:6, 69:9, Matthew 20:17, Matthew 21:1-17, and Mark 10:32. The scriptures that get us through the Bible in a year is 2 Kings 11:12, 2 Timothy 2, Hosea 3:4, and Psalm 119, 121-144. In human experience, God's fire translates into passion. The type of passion that we saw in Jesus. Perhaps he was not only passionate in his words. When Jesus was going to Jerusalem for the last time, we read that he was walking ahead of the disciples and they saw how he urged them onward. Now they were on the road going up to Jerusalem, and Jesus was going before them, and they were amazed. And as they followed, they were afraid. Why? Somehow the fires in their souls were evident in the way he walked. The fire in his soul was evident by the way he walked. When they arrived, Jesus saw the desecration of the temple. The disciples then had further evidence of his passionate feeling. His reaction turned him into an awesome figure. The disciples were reminded of the psalm, because zeal for your house has eaten me up. But it was a love anger, not a cold fury. Jesus was not a frenzied fanatic. He loved his Father's house. That is all. It was his desire to see people in the temple worshiping with freedom and happiness. But commercialism in the temple had spoiled it all, and his heart overflowed like a volcano. The fire in his soul made him cleanse the temple. As his actions were frightening, and many fled from the scene because of his actions, the children, the blind, and the lame stayed. However, and he healed them. That was what he wanted to do anyway. And that was the reason his anger achieved furnace heat. His indignation aimed for joy. Jesus got the children singing Hosanna. That was the only occasion in Scripture where excitement about God was rebuked. The only time a hush was demanded in the courts of the Lord. The silence was demanded by the Pharisees. The Pharisees were very indignant towards Jesus, and the praise of the Lord was drowning the tinkling of their commercial tills. Money, music was muted. This was all part of the picture of the fire of the Lord. Purpose to have that fire alive in your heart today. Our quiet time thought comes to us today from Genesis 32:32. He touched the hollow of Jacob's hip in the sinew that shrank. F.B. Meyer had this to say about this passage. Whatever it is that enables a soul whom God designs to bless to stand out against him, God will touch. It may be the pride of wealth or of influence or affection, but it will not be spared. God will touch it. It may be something as natural as a sinew, but if it robs a man of spiritual blessing, God will touch it. It may be as small as a thing as a sinew, but its influence is making a man strong in his resistance of blessing will be enough to condemn it, and God will touch it. And beneath that touch, it will shrink and shrivel and you will limp to the end of life. Remember that the sinew never shrinks, save beneath the touch of the angel's hand, the touch of tender love. God bless you guys. I hope you'll continually follow me here on the Daily Ride, and I'll see you on the next trail ride.